Hey everyone, it's James here from guitarists.com, and in today's lesson I want to talk about holding a pick. This is going to be a pretty quick one because there's not too much to it. Now I'm going to show you the most common way to hold it. I understand that there are people out there who hold their pick in different ways and they are amazing players. Like Eddie Van Halen often holds his pick with his thumb and middle finger like that. Pat Metheny, he pinches his pick with two fingers. So there are some amazing players with some strange technique and it totally works for them and you're welcome to go copy them. But for 99.9% of people, this is the most effective way to hold a pick. It gives you a lot of comfort, a lot of grip. And the first thing I want you to do is to put out your hand like this, nice and comfortable. Just let it hang, just let your hand hang. From there, we're gonna bend our fingers just a little bit. And if we were to put our thumb down, we'd make like a little loop between our thumb and index finger. So I have my hand in that relaxed position, just like that. I just curled my fingers. And I'm gonna take my pick and I'm just gonna pop it in there with the pointy end sticking out. So the pick is like perpendicular to my thumb. And right underneath the thumb joint should be the center of the pick. In relation to my finger, it's resting right on that joint right there. So it's on my finger with my thumb down, because this way it's between the bonier part of your finger. If you put it in the pads, your pick, I don't know, you just lose a little bit of control because your fingers are kind of soft. But if you put them under the bony part, it's so much firmer and it lets you have a lot more control. And how much it sticks out is totally up to you. You don't want it to be like just fall out of your hands, and you don't want to suck it up to the point where you're just rubbing your knuckles against the guitar. Now, a lot of people have a problem when they're using a pick. It kind of like spins around and spins out of the way, and then they're holding it backwards. And I think in order to prevent that, you need a very simple exercise. You just need to practice spinning the pick around in your hand. And we're going to be doing it with just our thumb and index. So you see there, I can just spin it all the way around, slowly but surely. And there you go. You're not going to be doing like pick trick, 360s with it. The whole point is that you have control. So when you feel it starting to slip away, you can just kind of and get it right back to where it belongs. I think that's the biggest thing. And other than that, there's not too much to it. Don't let your index finger point out or else it'll just rub the strings instead of the pick. You want to keep it in there. And you want to hold it loose so that on the way down, your pick goes like that. And on the way up, it goes like that. If you're just getting started, I recommend getting a really thin pick, because then the actual pick will do that for you. It'll just bend out of the way like a hockey card. But if you're using a thicker pick, once you become a more intermediate player, you will want to have that looseness where you basically just grip less. If I squeeze a lot, my strumming sounds horrible. But if I'm loose with it, man, that's nice and smooth. So just kind of imagine that your pick is like a paintbrush and you're just brushing, or you're sweeping the strings, And for picking individual notes, you can grip it a little bit more. You do want that control, and I want you to experiment, find out what's most comfortable for you. The biggest takeaway is how much your pick is sticking out. I think when you're first getting started, that's the thing you got to get used to. And also being able to adjust your pick on the fly, because inevitably it's gonna get away from you, and that's totally fine. And that's all there is to it. If you need any extra help, please let me know. I also have a complete beginner's course where we go over this in a bit more depth, as well as all the foundational stuff. The whole point is to get you able to strum through your favorite songs without dropping the rhythm, without, with nice clean chord shapes. I really am big on the fundamentals, on getting those polished up, and then it's easy to go from there. It's like I always get my students to the point where they can play a few 2 or 3 chord songs really well, and then they're able to just learn more chords and get more complicated on their own. I want you to be your own teacher eventually, and this is the start of that. I also have a couple free ebooks, one for rhythm and one for lead. They go over all the basics, so please check those out. There's a link down below for those. Otherwise, have a fun time practicing, and I'll see you soon.